We start things off down under at the Fire and Ice Grand Prix, the Sydney Sprint. It's going to be an exciting one, and we see Shell, Slam, and Pam flying around those corners, just looking great together. Midas just with a little bit of a lead as always, but you see the mistake. He throws the shell away and then absolutely gets hit with the red. Should be enough to recover, but that's when you get these pockets of just shelling. You know, T-Money comes and you're just in the pack, and of course, brother oh brother, feed me a banana. And Shell Carter is just absolutely gobsmacked after that one, but you see he fights back into it with the star. He's hitting Slam, and now he is on a revenge tour for Pam. But up at the front, Midas is running away with things early. That first place, nobody in sight. And we see how this final little corner unfolds. Just absolute chaos. Below sheet squeezing around for a second place. T-Money hitting the sitting still Pam, blasting through with the mushroom, almost getting that second spot, but as we see, just barely held on to by Blow Sheet. But here's where we see the chaos truly unfold. Shell and Pam going in. Shellsher gets that revenge, but then that banana peel laid by Midas, just a really sloppy shortcut, comes in 5th, Pam in 8th. But going into the next race, Pam is on a mission after that 8th place. It feels like she has no shot on this event, but man, that beautiful shortcut. She cuts the gap and she crosses past about half the racers in the pack. Now she has Midas in her sights. And look at this, that blue shell coming over, and that's just a tale as old as time now. Midas dominating for 2 laps, and then Bebo giving him a taste of reality. You are a cursed man, Midas. Here's a little Thelma and Louise, a little comedy. I don't know where he's going, but you know, female power. And I guess Pamela crossing the line, female power indeed, but we see this unfold. Shell up in second, Midas, where did he go? I mean, Midas gets an easy second place, and as we rewind the tape, we're gonna see exactly what happened. Picks up that star, but just sloppy final corners, and at this point, Shell is down about 2 second place finishes to be in a really comfortable spot in first place, but there we see Bloshi in 5th, you know, a little nice thing. Now we move on down to the ice portion of this. It's exciting. Mount Warrior, one of the best racing tracks in all of sports. Shell Carter just dominating early on. He's just setting a tone. And I mean, he is starting to run away with it. Lucky and him are just going back and forth, and eats that banana peel. He's saying, I had one earlier, it was pretty tasty, but you know, have one as well, Lucky. And here we go. He's going in, and I cannot believe, but another blue shell changing the trajectory. These final corners for Shell Carter, just really tough, but throws the green shell, a perfect shot, but just that banana peel, it's not enough. Falls all the way to 4th, and as we see a bomb dropped by Midas, and he comes around the corner. There's that other angle of that shell. Pam coming around, and you know, let's just watch again. Pam, this is a perfect angle, avoids that bomb. Lucky caught up in it, and my oh my, just the luck that Pam has. I mean, she's got all the skill in the world, not taking anything away, but just that luck, she's just got it going on with her. But despite this, Midas has a commanding lead. He's up 8 points on the next racer, Pam, and he is just ready to take this one. This event is his to lose. As we see another blue shell, the punishment for racing well in his mind. He's a cursed man, and I do not say that lightly. We're gonna see what's coming up, but we see first the Carter brothers just racing for that 1st and 2nd. Whoever wins it gets 3rd place in the invitational, but Slam just misses that bomb, and oh boy, Shell Carter in 1st, he comes in 3rd. But this is where we really see that Midas is a cursed man, and I cannot stress that enough. But Pam with one of the throws of the year. Look at this, it falls right on Midas, and he's still got 8 points. Just recover. He falls off the track. He can't recover. Every single racer in the pack passes him, and Pam sneaks out the win, 31-30. Shocking stuff. But moving on to the Swanky Turbo Series. This is 200cc, folks, and Slam Carter having a difficult time handling it early on. 2 shells courtesy of Lucky, and me oh my, is that tough to watch. But at the front of the pack, Midas and Shell battling it out, and this is just one of those things where hold on to your seats. It's fast, it's wild, but Shell Carter just looking great. But that blue shell is just a game changer on the racetrack. We see Midas take advantage of that, and if he's not getting blue shelled, catch me if you can. It's just unbelievable to see, and he just takes the easy first. And looking back, we see, of course, Shell Carter. He is not done. He's a fighter. He's having a really tough couple weekends. And Pam in second, Shell in third. We see the dangers of the 200cc here. Bloshi hitting the wall pretty hard, and whoa, it's just tough to see. But going on to race number 2, Sherbert. Just a big open track, but slippery as hell. And we see the final corners of this. Just that perfect protection, Pam. And this is a nice little bounce that she gets on that one. First place for Pam. Shell Carter comes in second place. As we see T-Money, she loves this track. She's an absolute pro on it, and a third place. Pretty nice stuff. Midas all the way back in 6th. Going into race number 3, Excite Bike. Chaos on the track here, and it's just a big event. Oh, looking at Shell Carter. Bebo Boombox, listen to the music, please. And then T-Money, the mid-air banana hit. I mean, that's shocking to hear. I mean, just Shell Carter is just being shelled. And maybe it's the name that draws the shells on the items, but he's having a tough time on the track recently, and his brother does not mind adding to it. Little brotherly love, a little shell pie. But at the front, we see exactly what you want to see. Pam and Midas going at it, bumping back and forth. Banana peels hanging off their asses. Midas somehow avoids eating it, but he does not avoid eating this red shell. Hard to avoid. And as we go into the final lap, let's just watch how it unfolds. Absolute chaos in the racetrack. Midas chasing down Pam now. This is the final corner, avoiding that green shell. Flying around, banana peel on his ass. And I don't know if you missed it, but Pam, red shell in hand, throws it backwards, leaves herself exposed, and gets hit. She's looking to kill Midas. I don't know why she wants to torture this guy, but man, it is tough to see. But Pam has got a little bit of a lead. It might have been insurmountable had she not thrown that red shell backwards, but as we go in to the final event, N64 Rainbow Road. And look at Slam. He just loves this event. He has been struggling all day, coming in 8th, 9th. But man, when he gets on this track, it is just open road and open season. He's flying out there. Nobody looks better. Man, oh man, those glasses, the purple. Ooh. You start to see what Pam is seeing in him. But boy, oh boy, look at that front to back finish on Rainbow Road. Just an absolute dominating force. But as we see Midas coming in second place, and Pam just needs a third place to win it, and Shell Carter is in that way. So as we see Shell, he's got the red shell coming out. You see right in the bottom, and he absolutely snipes it with the fire. Pam is unable to pass him. A fourth place, which means a sudden death race to decide who wins the championship, both tied at 35. And we see the most cursed man in all of sports in a sudden death. I don't mean to be a spoiler, folks, but I think we know how it's going to end. Look at Midas just absolutely dominating as always. He's looking great, and this is where we just start to say this guy is on another level. That beautiful jump, the bomb throw, and he just looks like he's in absolute control. Then, of course, a first lap blue shell courtesy of Bebo. You got to be racing pretty poorly to get that blue shell. As we cut forward to the end of the race, it's not even a contest after that blue shell. Pam comes in first, but the blooper reel for Midas hits that banana peel, and then CBK, who I haven't seen on the track much, makes a big impact, just saying, you are the most cursed man in sports. 9th place in the sudden death, that's going to have a big impact on him mentally. I don't know how you recover from that, but looking at the standings, I mean, Pamela, 84 points. She's starting to run away with this thing. All 18 points up on Shell Carter, 16 on Midas. Obviously, one bad weekend blows all of that up, but as long as she's racing the way she has not finished below second place. She seems to be the perfect match of absolute skill and just having a horseshoe up her ass. It's just unbelievable to see what she's doing out there, how she's pulling these things out. They're close, but it just feels like when the gods are, looking down with an item or a blue shell, it just feels like it's not coming towards Pam. It's coming right towards Midas or Shell Carter. And I mean, Team Morton, huge weekend for them, and we cannot do this without talking about Bloshi. He was fighting for third place back at that Fire and Ice Grand Prix. just having a great event. It's hard to look at him without seeing a mushroom in his hand, but at the same time, he's putting them all to use, and he's all over that track. He's having fun, and I mean, he bumps up into 7th place in the standings. I mean, he was that 9th place racer. We see a familiar face that we really lauded early on, Comeback Koopa, just having 2 tough weekends in a row. Lucky's another person who, like, he is racing really well. I mean, he's bumping out Team Money, and there's that veteran racer who's just struggling compared to what we expected them to do. And we've got this young rookie racer who's just got no burden at all. But boy, oh boy, it's just an exciting thing to dive into. And I think that Team Morton is just celebrating this weekend, and hopefully their paychecks aren't bouncing. Maybe Morton Construction's making enough now, but it's exciting to dive into. But that's to be discussed another week. For now, I'm going to go relax in the BetMK Metaverse Ultra Lounge, and I'm actually here right now with a good friend of mine, Shell Carter. BetMK and PF Chang's have teamed up to bring an exclusive dining experience to the Metaverse. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this, Shell?
Konnichiwa, Mike Austin. The new Chickadee China Bare Naked Nuggets with a side order of space-aged tomato sauce will be truly out of this world.
By space-aged tomato sauce, you mean ketchup?
Actually, no, I don't mean ketchup.
Okay, so, well, how in the hell do I get that big, beautiful plate of Bare Naked, or Chickadee China Bare Naked Nuggets in my hands right now?
Actually, it comes in a martini glass, not a plate. I was a really cool decision by me.
All right, well, it's just like, how do I get the food? It's a metaverse, but I like to, eat those Bare Naked Nuggets. That sound really good. Actually, they just look like, just cooked chicken.
You just need to load your credit card into the metaverse, and you will pay $14.99, and then a custom PF Chang waitress. You get to customize your PF Chang waitress. She will bring out the link to your Chickadee China Bare Naked Nugget. And now I guess, Mike, that the N in NFT stands for nugget, doesn't it?
Nugget fungible token? But how do I eat them?
You don't eat in the metaverse. You don't need to eat in the metaverse, Mike. That's the thing about the metaverse. It's so cool. You don't need to eat in the metaverse.
I want to eat in real life. I'm paying $14.99 for these Chickadee China Bare Naked Nuggets. And I own the nuggets.
Welcome to the future, Mike. I think play a little catch up. I'm running at 200 cc, so I'm sort of up far in the future. But, play a little catch up, Mike, sometime. It's really, really cool out here.
Yeah, that doesn't answer any of my questions. These nuggets, I own them? I have a link to them?
Come to PF Chang in the metaverse. Buy Chickadee China Nugget fungible token. Have a great time with your custom PF Chang waitress.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting idea. I don't really understand it. And to be quite honest, that's not the part of the BetMK Lounge I like that much, eating virtual food with Shell Carter. I'm a little bit more interested in the odds with Mike Austin, and man, I mean, oh, Jesus. Oh my God. I'm holding it together. I'm a professional, but that bomb throw by Pamela cost me a lot of money. It's so much money. But you win it back. And that's the thing about gambling. And let's bring up the hog counter. 15,000 or 1,500. Jeez. And let's see. Not too bad. I'm down to $500. I didn't appreciate the Wheel of the Price is Right theme song being played there. Not that big of a deal. You win it back, and it's tough. But yeah, the odds next week. That hog fund's just looking so sad right now. It's gonna blow right up, and then I really don't know what to say about Midas. He hit him with a bomb once, and it's over for this guy. So he's just so mentally oh my God, the most tortured man in the sport. But, he's making me the most tortured man in the sport because, oh boy, I mean, I lose another week like this and it can be tough for Mike Austin. But, oh, are we kindred souls, the most tortured men in the sports? No, absolutely not. This is, big money next. You have a couple of weeks where you do this, and I'm not. This is an investment for me, but man, that bomb really, really effed up Mike Austin. It's just, oh my God, my producer is she is looking at me through the glass, and she's saying this is not a good segment. This is not what they're paying us to talk about, but. Man, that's just all I can think about. $1,000 gone because of that bomb throw. But Pamela, who would I bet on next week? And I know the Hog Fund's only $500, but we got the Mercedes $1 Million Toy Series coming up, and man, I think that Shell has been knocking on that door. He's got good odds. He can maybe help me win back that money. I think the smart pick might be Midas if I want to be a little risky, but no, I need to make up that money. I would like to see a little bit of that money coming back into my pocket. The Hog Fund's $500. Obviously, I'm going to take that. And then a little bit more, not disclosed, but I'm going to put that down on Shell Carter next week to come in first in the beautiful Mercedes $1 Million Toy Series. I'm going to bet on King Midas second parlay and a Pam third parlay. Ooh, I mean, not risky in terms of. I think that's going to be fun, and the Hog Fund is going to be shooting way up. So yeah, I mean, we got to get that bike, and it looks so good beside Tim Ellen. So we'll see how that one goes. But you play that bomb in your head. It's like I would have loved that before, but now it's just it's torturing me, and I feel like Midas and I are almost, soul bonded, just tortured because of that bomb throw. Tortured by Pam, but not tortured anymore. We're going to have a fun weekend next weekend. We're going to make a lot of money. It's just going to be so good.